Last week, two of the strongest contestants failed to make it to the weekly top 5. Will the best contestants from Group 2 share the same fate? Or have the voters made the right choice this time round? Let's find out.
We're not really communicating.
She said before she's never been in a relationship.
Then be involved with the song and pretend, you know what I mean?
I like how you try and understand your song, and I think you have an attitude, but you know what? You look too much like an auntie.
You're everything I need and more.
You started off very boring, you ended off very boring. It didn't show anything else except you singing something you like. I'm trying to understand how to package you as an artist because you provide very strange vibes. I somehow did not connect with who you are as a personality.
I have a real problem with believing what you're singing. There's this voice coming out. It's a good voice, but there's nothing behind it.
If you want to deliver a good rendition of a classic like that, you need to have excellent voice control. You are naive to think that you're on that level.
There was a nice balance of moments when I see you kind of like into yourself and then moments when I feel you're talking to me. I like that. It was so romantic. Thank you.
I don't need to try to control you.
Initially, I thought you were flirting with me, but then you just started looking at the floor throughout. And I was like, she wasn't. You need more than some outdated erotic moves to get votes, you know?
Tell my love to act it all.
The first note that you sang, my hair stood in a good way, and I'm a hairy guy. My hair stood. If it helps, I was moderately impressed.
Whoa. I'm in front of you. I can have fun with you.
I see someone trying to dance, someone trying to sing, someone trying to rap. You are not very comfortable doing all these things at the same time.
Good evening and welcome to the second results show of the Final One. I'm Vanessa and I'm so excited to be here tonight. In just a bit, we will be finding out which of our contestants from Group 2 made it to the weekly top 5. But before we get this show on the road, let's say hello to 3 very important people, our judges. Give it up for Taufik Batisah, John and Ken. So Ken, can you share with us what you thought of last week's results?
Well, last week's top 5 results did not quite reflect the best performances from Group 1. But even though the judges did not agree with the results, I think it's important for the contestants that did not fall within the top 5 to ask themselves if they've done enough to attract the voters to favor them. This is a competition where talent will be noticed, but the smartest talent will eventually be the final one. Okay?
Thank you, Ken. Now, as mentioned previously, our judges will be highlighting the strengths of some of our contestants based on their professional opinion. They will be focusing on vocal ability, individual style, and marketability. To start us off, here's Kit explaining her choices for best vocal performance.
I picked these contestants for the following reasons. Firstly, I feel they delivered a very steady but nuanced performance. And secondly, they have very good vocal tones, and for one of them in particular, a very unique and easily distinguishable tone, which is a great asset for a recording artist. And these are my choices.
And there you have it. These are kids' choices. Kamsani, Hydir, and Yuresh. Congratulations, guys. There you have it. These are kids' choices for best vocal performance. Now we're going for a short break now, but when we come back, more from Taufik on individual style. And in the meantime, do check out meradio.sg/the final one for behind the scenes photos and videos and pictures and whatnot. And also like our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter and Instagram if you're an addict like me at the final one SG. We'll see you right after this. Welcome back to the final one results show for Group 2. Now it's over to Taufik for his picks on contestants with the best individual style.
Well, before I go on, I just want to say, no matter what happens, you guys have done amazing, and you should be really proud of yourselves. I hate to have to choose, but I have to remind you that my choice is based on style, and the individual that really injected their personality, their own flavor to their performance. And I felt this week, these are the individuals who really stood out for me.
And there you have it. It is Yuresh and Alex, Taufik's choices for best individual style. Thank you, Taufik. Now there you have it. Kids' choices earlier for best vocal performance included Kamsani, Hydir, and Yuresh. And Taufik's choices are, of course, Yuresh and Alex. But will the voters agree with them? Did the voters agree with them? It is time to find out. The next two contestants failed to make it to the top 5 this week. Hui Lu and Sherly, please join me on stage. So sorry to see you girls down here. Now, what do you think went wrong?
Actually, I don't think anything went wrong, but I just thought that, yeah, it's been a very memorable journey, and I know I can do so much more. I really, to be honest, I wasn't really to be able to go into social media and things like that. It's been pretty new to me, so I know I have to work more on that, and work more on that and be back.
Thank you, Hui Lu. Now, Sherly, what do you think went wrong for you?
I think during my performance, I succumbed to my nerves, and I wasn't very active on social media, especially my Twitter, so maybe that's why I didn't get as much votes. Yeah.
Oh, don't worry about that. Thank you, Hui Lu. Thank you, Sherly. Please take a seat in the audience. Give it up for Hui Lu and Sherly. Now with us tonight, we also have Mark from last week's show in the audience. Now Mark was singled out by the judges for having great individual style and top vocals, but he did not make it to the top 5 last week. Now Mark, we saw your tweet after the show. You said, "I refuse to believe I'm out of the final one. Looking forward to 22nd of May. Feels like an election." Now could you share with us what was going through your mind? What was it like for you after the results were announced?
It was very torturous. It was difficult to completely swallow and accept. But I mean, we all know it's a voting thing. Frankly speaking, I got a lot of support on the social media from the Facebook and the Twitter, and that was really, really heartwarming. It was really, really nice because it was really tough to swallow, frankly speaking. It doesn't mean I'm out. Like I said in the Twitter, I mean, we're still waiting for 22nd of May. Right? It's like an election, right? You know, we all gotta wait. Right? But, I mean, maybe somebody will drop some ballots for me. But, it's been great, whatever it is, no matter what. So, I mean, we've met really great people. I've had a great experience, but I am not done yet.
Thank
Follow
you,
me.
Mark. Now that is absolutely right. Mark will have to wait for the 22nd of May to find out if his votes are higher than a top 5 in other episodes. And if so, he will move on to the top 20. All we can do now, Mark fans out there, is keep your fingers crossed. And now we're going to find out which next 2 contestants failed to make it to the top 5. Hydir and Alex, please join me on stage. Hi guys, I'm so sorry to see you here. Now guys, what more do you think you could have done to secure your votes? Let's hear from you first, Alex.
Publicize more, I guess. Yeah, publicize more.
What about you, Hydir?
Yeah, publicize more and try to publicize more. Yeah.
Very succinct answers. Thank you guys. I'm sure we haven't seen the last of you. Please have a seat in the audience. Thank you so much. Now, coming up after this short break, we have 3 guys who have fused Eastern and Western music, and they're going to entertain us with their unique sound. And also, stay tuned for our final result. Put 3 guys, 2 Indian instruments and 1 violin together, and you'll find yourself in the good company of fusion band Flame of the Forest.
From a very young age, I always liked Indian music. Myself been so much involved in Indian music and so interested. I want to share this goal or this essence with the one that I really love. And the one that you love most is none other than your own children. So from the day they are born, I start teaching them Indian music.
For Flame of the Forest, we use traditional instruments like the sitar, the tabla, Indian instruments to play Western songs.
Music means actually really a lot to me, and it's about how I can try to make the impossible possible, like playing Lady Gaga.
I used to play classical Western music. After mixing around and decided to join Krishna and Govind, I actually learned different genres of music, like for example, Indian, Oriental, jazz. So it actually expanded my horizon about music.
Compared to other young musicians, I don't think we are any different from them. Everybody is trying to create some good music. So I think there's nothing much different from us. In terms of style, that maybe might be a bit different. But other than that, our motives and our goal, we're all the same.
Performing their version of the final countdown, please give it up for our guest performers, Flame of the Forest! Dashing, gosh. Now guys, thank you so much for that great performance. Now tell me, what do you guys like most about being musicians?
First of all, being musicians, you're self-employed. Second, usually normal people have to love what they do. But for us, we can do what we love.
I think that's a great answer. Now, what advice do you have for aspiring musicians?
Well, improve on your weaknesses and maybe express your strengths. But the most important thing is to actually... The most important thing is to actually enjoy the learning process and have fun and just give it your best shot. Yeah.
I think that's great advice. Now, the most important question, when can we expect an album from you guys?
Okay, we're actually in the midst of, doing an album. And so we'll actually launch it around 2 to 3 months' time. And if you need to know more, you can like us on our Facebook fan page. Hi, Sean. Facebook fan page, okay? At Flame of the Forest. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We'll be keeping our eyes peeled for that album. Thank you guys for being in our show. Thank you. Give it up for Flame of the Forest, you guys. Now we've heard from Kit and Taufik. It's time to hear from Ken on which contestants he finds the most marketable.
Being marketable would mean that you have to compete commercially, be as steady as someone like Kit or perform as well as Taufik. At this point of time, I would like to tell you that my choices for today is the same as last week. No one at this point of time.
Wow, thank you, Ken. Now, as you can see, there are 6 contestants left on stage, and one of them did not make the final cut into the top 5 this week. And that contestant is... Kamsani. I'm so sorry. Please join me here. Kamsani, I think we can safely say nobody really expected to see you here. Now, what are some of the thoughts going through your mind right now?
Many things, but I would like to take this opportunity to thank all my supporters, the viewers, the voters. Thank you so much for voting for me. God bless you all always, and do continue to support the rest of them. All right, KJ, I believe. Woo.
Thank you so much, Kamsani. I'm sure we have not seen the last of you. Please have a seat in the audience. Thank you, Kamsani. Give it up for Kamsani, you guys. This means Singapore, the top 5 this week from Group 2 are Shanice, Amirul, Raina, Jean, and Yuresh. Come on down here, guys. Come on down here. Come on down. Gosh, everyone here is a bit shell-shocked, I think. Congratulations, guys. Now, judges, any comments on tonight's results?
Well, I must say I was a bit shocked by Kamsani leaving. However, I am satisfied with who I've got on stage. And I think for some of you, you have to really take the advice of the judges, because moving on, there are lots of things you can still make changes to and emerge and have a bigger chance at emerging the champion, okay?
Wise words from Kit. Thank you so much, Kit. Now, while some of our contestants will be leaving here feeling pretty pleased with themselves, others not so much, unfortunately. But remember that they do still stand a chance if their votes are higher than those from the top 5 in other episodes. So let's all just keep our fingers crossed. In the meantime, thank you so much for joining me here. I'm Vanessa, and we will see you next week on the final one.